look like, Mitchell. The crowd goes wild. The crowd goes wild. They needed that. It's a good run. Good run. It's being held down. They're all offside.
Play league or what?
Push the winger out of the way. They caught down. Last tackle coming up. Half time.
All right, here we go. Kia ora. Welcome back to another episode of the Cook Islands Rugby League show. I'm your host, G-Dub, and I got my boy Mata from the CIRL.
Yeah, kia ora everybody.
How you feeling?
Loving it, loving life, loving rugby league. On top of the world.
Yeah, can't help but agree with you on all facets there. We just witnessed the grand final event, which we'll delve into, but first impressions?
Blown away. Just blown away by the level of play, crowd support. 3 months of grinding. The players are grinding out there, the officials, and then we have the pinnacle of Cook Islands Rugby League.
Can't help but agree with you, man. Nice, very nice vibe there. Beautiful weather. Beautiful weather conditions, and I was quite surprised at the attendance. You don't know how these things are going to go sometimes. A lot more people came for the final for various reasons. Did notice quite a few tourists out there.
Yes, a lot of tourists in the park. It was great to see.
All right, well let's delve into it. So we're going to get into some results, and we're going to get into some footage, and we might get into a few other things as well. So just bear with us. We're feeling a little bit rusty. So first of all, let's get to the under-14s game.
Yes.
And let's get to their score.
So, of course, last weekend, grand finals all around Cook Islands Rugby League. And we had our under-14 start the day. Avatu Eels taking on the Arorangi Bears / Eagles. And our final score, Avatu 56, Bears / Eagles 6.
So, very one-sided affair. Avatu pretty much dominated that. Much.
Some real strength in their juniors, eh? A lot of good players, skillful.
Yeah, I think they just overpowered them, basically. Yeah. But I was happy that Arorangi Seagulls were able to score.
Yep, they got on the board. Yeah, good for them. Good for the kids.
It wasn't 0-0. All right, so so there you go. You have to say congratulations going out to the under 14s.
Yes.
Now let's move to the under 16s.
Yes, under 16s we got there another Avatu. Avatu all over the juniors in the weekend. So Avatu Eels took on the Arorangi Bears. Avatu 29, Bears 8. Avatu for the second title. Ooh.
So again. Dominance
too strong.
from Avatu, the junior grades, whatever they're doing a great job,
Yeah.
because nobody can deal to them.
You can't touch them.
Can't touch them. All right, let's keep it rolling, brother.
Yeah, and roll on to the under 19s grand final. Once again, Avatu Eels represented in this final, but this time they took on the Ngatangia Mataveta Sea Eagles.
Yep.
Final score, Sea Eagles 36, Eels 26, and a blockbuster.
Yeah, that was a feisty game. I remember there was a dust-up.
Yep.
In that particular game, I remember it distinctly. I think there was a kick from I think it was Ngatangia, and there was a marginal late hit.
Yes.
Sort of kicking it, hit him down. Yeah. He took exception, went after the guy. Then the guy went after the other guy, and then before you know it, the bench cleared out, and it was terrible. It was
terrible
actually, it was terrible. I have to say, great officiating from the whole staff to actually get that under control, because it was out of control.
It was out of control
for a little bit, and we had people, I guess, people from the side.
Yeah.
Pulling it
Trying to pull it apart.
Yeah. But the final result of that, I understand there was 1 or 2 sin bins. No. 1 or 2 sent-offs.
Yeah, I think there were 2 send-offs from the benches.
From one each, eh?
Yeah, 1 each.
Okay.
Just unacceptable. Benches being cleared, getting involved in the field. Not acceptable, young guys. I know it's an intense day and a lot of pressure, but don't do that.
Mate, if we were chopping up the rules, that would be one. In fact, let's just chop it up right now. So you cannot go off the bench. If there's an altercation on the field, you can't go in there, be a hero, and punch somebody or do anything.
Nah. Don't be a hero, mate. stay on the bench. Yeah, don't interfere.
So there could have been a lot more send-offs, I think.
Yeah, I think there could have been two or three more.
But I think they made an example, one each,
Yeah.
just for the sake of the grand final and just to get it back under the control.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think they made a great,
call.
a great call there.
Yeah.
All right, let's keep it moving.
Yeah. And then rolling on here. So there was our junior grades on the weekend. Grand final, men's premier competition. We saw the Tupapa Panthers take on Arorangi Bears. Panthers 36, Bears 14 in the grand final.
Whew. So let's just put that back on the screen.
Yeah,
Let that speak.
Ooh.
Yeah.
You're thinking about that final.
Yeah, I think the score does tell the story. I believe.
does tell.
If I remember correctly, first 10 minutes, there were 2 sin bins from Arorangi. I think one was a high hit. Second was, I think it was a professional foul. You know, holding down the play the ball, something to that effect.
Yeah.
So 2 in the sin bin is not winning.
No,
Footy.
We mentioned that last week.
We did.
Discipline's going to win this final, guys.
So they were on the back foot from the beginning,
Yeah.
and obviously Tupapa started pouring on the tries and making great plays. They did. They just made some great plays, and Arorangi were just basically playing catch up
Yes.
and not able to do enough to. They still played great, but that first 10.
Really cost them, eh? Yeah, you can't take on this Tupapa team with 12 players or 11 players.
No,
it's
not-
hard to beat them with 13.
Not at all.
No good.
So I'm not sure how Dion was feeling at that particular time. Probably disappointed. I was going, oh no, this is what we talked about. I wasn't even in the coaching shed, but this is what we talked about.
Predicted this.
Yeah, so I don't know, lessons learned. But I still believe they got the skills. They held their own. I mean, they didn't get actually, it wasn't a massive beating. But that first 10, crucial.
I think it's a good learning for them, eh? Like, they'll take some learnings from that. They'll be thinking about that next season.
Well, let's hope. Let's hope.
Yeah.
So we've got this one here, which I'll just pop up on the screen. And this is a summary.
Oh, turn it up.
All right, so we've got the summary of the games, and we'll get this right.
Playoffs game 1.
Yep. So
That's
actually, is that right?
Yep, that's right. Bulldogs 26, Eels 22. Yep, that was a barnstorming game.
Yep.
And then we had our major playoff, the grand final. Panthers 36, Bears 10. Panthers straight into the final. And then we had our semi-final. Bears taking on Bulldogs. Bears 20, Bulldogs 4. Too strong for that one. And of course our grand final last week. Panthers 36, Bears 14.
All right, nice summary
Nice
there.
postseason summary.
Nice summary of basically the Prem's journey to the grand final.
To the final, yeah.
So exciting stuff. I'm so glad I was there. But what we're going to do now is we're going to break to some footage of some of the action that you missed out on at the grand final. So let's start off first of all with the 14s, the Arorangi Bears taking on the Awachu Eels. Alright, so there you go. That's the action of the under-14s. Very nice offense and defense from both sides, but in particular, Avachu, they just dominated that particular game.
It's a big skillful kids for Avachu. Yeah. Just noting the under-14 MVP for that game. Oh, a one Tiariki Williams. Well done. 4 tries, big man.
Who's that guy's dad?
Yeah, I'm hearing rumours. Who's that guy's
Who's
dad?
that guy? I want to talk to that guy's dad.
It could be a happy papa.
So very happy, obviously, with our son's match play. I actually gave him a challenge. I said, son, I want to see 10 good tackles out of you in that particular game.
Oh, yeah?
And he gave me the smirk, and then he goes and scores 4 tries.
4 tries.
I guess that trumps my my 10 tackles. So
Not only that, he backed up for the 16s.
well, let's get to the 16s. So let's get to that footage right now.
Yeah, let's check it out.
Alright, there you go. Some very nice footage there from the 16s. And Mata, let's just remind people of the scoreline of that particular game.
Yeah, just for confirming that score once again. Under 16s, Avachu Eels 29, Arorangi Bears 8.
It looked a lot closer when you're looking at the footage, but I'll say unfortunately for Arorangi, Avachu just dominated that game. A little fun fact for you, I think it was 4, maybe 5 players from the 14s stepped up to the 16s.
Ooh.
So this will be their last year for 14s, if you like. So just putting it out there, Avachu 16s next year are going to be dangerous.
Oh, wow.
Because you've got 14s that have already played in that league. And
They've already played at that level.
And they look very comfortable. And surprisingly enough, coach is so confident in their gameplay, he starts them.
Oh, wow.
Do you know what I mean? They don't just come on the bench and sit there and play if he needs them. He starts these 14s in the 16s, so that just shows the confidence that he has in those players. So,
That's going to be a very tough Avachu under 16s.
Yeah, so look out for the 16s next year.
Look out for those guys.
And have you got a player of the day?
And our player of the day from the match was Avachu's Leo Nand. Well done, Leo.
Congratulations,
My man.
Leo.
Big ups.
All right, let's keep this footage rolling on. Let's roll now to the 19s. I don't know if we're gonna got any footage of the dust up or the or the scrap. I don't know. We'll just.
Hope so.
I hope so too, but we don't want to encourage violence. But we'll just see what the footage looks like.
Yeah.
Here at Arorangi made the Tupapa. So helping out for 2025, 88 FM, Mr. G. Duck, CITV Sports. Now, Cook Island Herald, Cook Islands Radio, of course, not forgetting all our clubs, all our supporters, Arorangi Bears, the Tupapa Bulldogs Club, Natalie Seagulls, the to those guys outside.
So that last try, I believe, was the game winner for that particular game. A lot closer than I think the scoreline says. I think it was probably a 2-point game, really. It came down to that last opportunist try. And great match for both. I'm kind of glad we didn't show the fight because it would have
ruined it.
Yeah, would have ruined it. But 19's looking good, looking pretty sharp there, and you have to say congratulations going out to the Sea Eagles. And we're going to talk about our picks, bro. We're going to talk about our picks because I think Mata remembers my picks from last week, so I'm going to rub it in a little bit. But let's now move to...
get our player of the day.
Oh, actually, before we do that, let's just
get the score again.
Remind the score.
Yeah, so under 19s, Sea Eagles 36, Avatu Eels 26. Hell of a game.
Yeah, 10-point difference, but I actually think it was a lot closer than that. And our player of the day?
And our player of the day for the under 19s goes to Tamatoa Matutu.
He comes from good steed there. He comes from a good bloodline of rugby league players. He's got an older brother that's not a bad player. His dad, he's all right. He's all right. But I believe Papa, back in his day, was gangster on the field as well. So congratulations going out to our man Tamatoa Matutu. Shot, nephew! Shot. Sorry, I can rub it in because we're family. All right, now let's get to
the big show,
the Prems. Now we've got quite a bit of highlights here. So for those of you who are not able to make the game, check this out.
Oh, he's the captain. The captain.
Mafu, a high one in the air. Here comes Robbie.
Doesn't have
The bees.
Yep.
Is come. Is to pick up this. The captain of the Tupapa Panthers, trainer
Him and Logan are having a nap.
Oswald, Kana, Mafu. So far, leading the most valuable player award. Getting some big ones now, Andre. Totola.
Over to the Panthers.
Out to Mafu. Back to Dubigi. Mafu.
Well, there you go. Some pretty hot action going on there with the likes of Tupapa taking on Arorangi now. Maybe remind us, Mata, the history around the two losses from Tupapa, two grand final losses.
Ah, good call.
Yeah.
Yep, so last season, Tupapa were defeated in the grand final by the Awachu Eels. And then the season before
Was
defeated by the Arorangi Bears.
Right, so Bears were hungry, right?
Bears were-
They definitely wanted this game.
Yeah.
I mean, congratulations for making the final.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, not able to string the win there. And let's just go over the score one more time.
Yeah, one more time. And the final score, Panthers 36, Bears 14. Panthers take the title.
Yeah, so congratulations. And Panthers also won the, what do you call it, the round robin?
They won the minor premiership, undefeated this season. Hell of a season. Just, yeah, took the game to a new level.
Undefeated.
Oh, Asterix.
Asterix undefeated,
Draw.
but they're still undefeated. I think that'll stand up in court.
That'll stand up in court.
So congratulations going out to Tupapa.
Yeah.
All right, now we've got a bit more of Tupapa coming at you. So talk to us about what we're about to show them now.
So we're about to check out our, what do we got there? It's our
MVP.
MVP, yes. Most valuable player.
Is it Mafu Kalas?
Yes, Mafu Kalas.
Kalas?
Yeah,
So
our
let's-
little general from the Tupapa Panthers.
So he's MVP of the final.
Yes.
Okay, let's check it out. Mafu, you the man.
You the man, bro.
You're the man. He didn't see too many weaknesses in that game, and I believe there was tries.
Tries.
There were kicks. When I say kicks, conversions as well as gameplay
Bombs,
kicks and in the corner and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
There were try assists.
Yes, try assist, good call.
There was tackling.
Oh,
Pretty much what you want. Well, I think what do you call them? A general. Pretty
little
much
general.
Little,
He's the little
general,
general.
just sort of and directing traffic.
yeah.
He had a few speeches. I saw during the game when you thought the boys weren't stepping up. He was doing those ones. So well done, Mafu.
Well done, Mafu.
Congratulations, you're the grand final MVP.
I gotta say, it's one of the best performances I've ever seen in a grand final.
Yeah.
I'll put that up there. Like,
Okay.
absolutely seized the game in the first 20 minutes, 25 minutes.
All right.
Yeah, well done, brother.
All right. Okay, now we're going to go to the John Whittaker Player of the Year. And we're going
Bring
to
up our
talk
tally.
to this.
Yeah, so also on Saturday we awarded the John Whittaker Award, which goes to our most valuable player of the season. Of course, every week players get points allocated by our media team, and this award went to captain of the Panthers, Eric Newbinging, with 25 points. Absolutely sensational season from Captain Eric.
So hot on his tail was our bro Mafu, right?
Yeah.
So there's a points dynamic, right, which
Yep.
gives you scores, and it just
Ooh.
edged out by 4 points there. I mean, don't want to take anything away from Eric, but Mafu was hot on his heels, and I think I said the comment last week that Eric needed to have a bad game, and if he did, right? If he did, Mafu
never know.
would have got the number one. So that being said, we have a highlight reel of our what's
Our John Whittaker,
right?
winner this year.
So he's basically the MVP of the season. Yep.
Cook
Okay.
Islands Domestic Rugby League. This is the most valuable player.
All right, let's check it out.
Please make more. Please make more just like that.
Make more of your stuff. It sounds very chill, very mellow.
It's really
You're not trying too hard.
There you have it. That's our season MVP, and that was, if you didn't notice, that was some footage from throughout the season of just some of the work rate of our Tupapa Panthers captain, Eric Newbegin. How do you sum that up, Mata?
Sensational season from Captain Eric. Led from the front, offense, defense, guiding the team, really outstanding. He thoroughly deserved the award.
Pretty soft-spoken guy, eh?
Yeah, very soft-spoken.
Not very loud, or doesn't seem to get rattled as well.
Nah, very lets his actions do the talking, and doesn't melt under pressure. I've seen teams target him, 2, 3, 4 players come at him, and just loves it. Just loves it.
Bumps it off.
Bumps it off. Passes it. Yeah, well done, brother.
Yeah. Congratulations to our John Whittaker, MVP, and big ups to our bro CB for for keeping this particular concept alive and keeping up the tally and things of that nature. It's not easy.
It's not easy.
Not easy to do that, and I think he pretty much did it all by himself. In fact, I think he sponsored it.
I should not comment on if he sponsored it or not.
Oh.
But well done, CB, sports official.
I got no problem with it. So anyway, congratulations going out to the bro Eric. Well done. Now what we're going to do now is do something a little bit different. Okay. Now I'm not sure if you're curious. I know I'm curious about
curiosity.
What kind of exposure, what kind of viewership we've got out there, and thanks to our metadata team, we've managed to obtain some statistics. So I'm going to let my bro Mata here talk to this.
Yeah, let's have a look at this.
We've got 3 platforms.
So we've got 3 platforms. So our metadata team been keeping an eye on our statistics since the start of this season up to the grand final last weekend. And we have 3 platforms. So our first one was Instagram, 364,000 views. Wow, turn that up. That's a lot.
Awesome.
Man, I wish I had that on my channel. Facebook, over 3 million views. Wow, that's amazing. Yeah, and finally the TikTok, 479,000 views. So in total, we're just over 4 million views across these 3 media platforms. And a lot of them are coming from Australia and New Zealand. So awesome, guys. We know you're watching us. But yeah, sensational. Thank you. Keep up the good work. Don't forget, if you're not following us on there, hit us up on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok. And we also got a YouTube channel running now. So there's no excuses.
Yeah, this data is amazing. Amazing stuff. Thank you so much for collating this. I mean, sometimes we just got no idea, you know, who's watching this stuff, and it's great to see. And this data will come in handy when we approach sponsorship. I was wondering about whether Toyota would be keen on sponsoring this.
Yes.
Or I heard Tesla.
Hey.
I heard Tesla got a bit of money. Maybe they could help us out, and we could step up some of our graphics and step up some of our presenting skills.
Yeah.
So anyway, I just thought we'd just share this with you guys. It's a great result for us. Yeah. So you got the 3 platforms there. You got TikTok, you got Facebook there, and of course you got Instagram, which arguably are the 3 king hitters of social media that's out there. Okay, I think what we need to do now is sum up the season. I'll go first, and then I'm curious to see or hear your views. I thought, actually, before I talk about the season, I just got to quickly talk about the grand final.
Okay.
I loved the atmosphere. I loved the fact that we didn't have footage of it, but Arorangi actually came out wearing their colours and having the young kids, maybe sort of they would have been roughly 6 years old.
They're like mini mod kids.
Yeah, 6 to 8 years old, in Arorangi jerseys, hand in hand with either their dad or their uncle or a family member. It was actually quite a powerful thing as they came out there for the grand final. They also had a flag, which I have to assume is an Arorangi flag.
Is it an Arorangi?
Is it?
Well done.
We need to verify that, but I'm pretty sure it must have been an Arorangi flag. In fact, no one took out a Cook Island flag. So Arorangi,
well done.
Good marketing spiel there. Yeah. So well done to Arorangi for that. There was also 2 sets of drummers.
Yeah.
So Tupapa had a set of drummers, and so did of course Arorangi. So when any of their teams did something special, they would smash it up and build up that environment. But obviously with the scoreline the way it was, obviously Tupapa got to play their drums a lot more, which is just the nature of that. So that's just a couple of things that I want to mention on the grand final in particular. Anything else that we've missed on the grand final?
About the GF, just outstanding atmosphere. It's great. The fans, the rugby league fans are so passionate. They love it. They love it. It's the greatest game in the world. That's all I'm gonna say.
I will say this, and I might get a hard time for this, but it was different not having Avachu there.
Yes.
I'm just saying.
Interesting call.
You know, Avachu are normally there, and it was just a different environment not having them there at the grand final level. I got to mention my picks, Mata.
Yep.
I got to mention my
Got your
picks. I believe I was 4 for 4. I picked all 4.
Oh, did you?
I did. I picked Avachu for the 14s. I picked Avachu for the 16s. I picked the Sea Eagles for the 19s, and I picked Tupapa based on form. I picked them, and you and I, we both picked them based on form. Getting back to the 19s, I felt that they had a lot of pressure because they were the only representation for Ngātangia.
Yeah.
So they had the whole village basically saying, "Hey boys,
The whole village was there.
no pressure, but you better win."
I saw everybody from Ngātangi at that stadium.
So they had a good support crew there, right?
They had a good support crew.
So congratulations. I think they would have got a hiding if they didn't get that win. So well done to the Seagulls bringing home a championship.
Yeah, well done. Well done.
So I hope that some of their players will step up.
Yep.
To the
Coming to the big time next season.
You know, if they're no longer eligible for 19s, that we'll see some of them in the Prems.
Yes.
Yeah. All right, so that's the grand final little summary. Now, this is going to be a hard one, Mata.
Nope.
How do you sum up the season?
Wow.
How do you sum that up?
Very interesting season. I'll put it that way. A few ups and downs. A moment there we thought the season was over, but we regrouped. Starting from the little grades, the mini mods, I've got to say, pride and joy of the Cook Islands Rugby League. I tell you what, on Saturday there were 100 kids there. We actually ran out of medals. I was like, there's so many kids. That's a real tick for the Cook Islands Rugby League because they're the future of our game. The junior grades looking great. Especially those two 19 teams, yep, they're going to step up next season into the Prems, hopefully. Tikavaka Bulldogs, Premier Men's team, surprised everybody.
Yes.
Made it to the playoffs. Who else is there? Yeah, Tupapa, too strong, but overall really good. I've got to thank the fans, the officials, especially the officials. I've got to thank the officials, all the club managers, executives. It takes a lot to put it all together and get week by week we can enjoy this lovely game. But I'll give a big shout out too, at the centre of all of that is our comm coordinator and executive secretary, Francis Toa.
Frankie.
Well done, Frankie. Man, Frankie's putting in the grind day in, day out. One of the top administrators in this country across sports.
Yeah, we definitely need to recognise Frankie and her hard work. And in fact, I'll flip it on you. If we took her out, there's no season.
There's no season.
That's how crucial she is.
Yeah.
So Frankie, big ups and big love to for your work.
Yeah.
I've just got a couple of things. Absolutely agree with you. I think it was a great result for Titikavka.
Yes.
I think they surprised everyone.
Ooh.
Everybody did not expect them to do as well as they did. So I think they've got a lot to build on. Yeah. I got to mention Takuvaine.
I forgot about the Warrior.
TKV.
Yeah,
so we're so happy that they participated. And here's a result that not many people will appreciate, but I do. They did not default one game.
Very nice call.
Think about that.
Yeah.
Think about that. They showed up every week and they did not default one game. And I'm actually hoping that some of the TKV brothers may reconsider their contracts, may reconsider their alignment, their allegiance, if you like, and jump over. Yep. Get over there. Get over there. Support them. I mean, I think it'll be great for the competition if we can build up Takuvaine just a little bit and get them on a bit more of a even playing field. Maybe they need some experience. I know there's a whole lot of good players up there in TKV, so maybe consider that.
Consider that, boys.
For next season. Got to mention the refs, officials, hardest job
In the world.
In the world. You can complain all you like. But how about you complain with a whistle?
Yep.
Complain with a whistle. In fact, I would welcome someone who refs to go ahead and complain. But how many refs do you know complain? They don't, because they know how hard it is. And at the end of the day, we don't have the best technology. We don't have these fancy cameras, and we don't have a camera in our little flagpole.
Bunker hit the bunker.
We don't have a bunker, so they do a fantastic job.
Yeah.
Okay, I think that is a wrap.
Yeah. I think that's us for the domestic season. Just give a quick note. So we're done with our domestic competition, but of course league never stops. So June 7th, we'll be starting our Town versus Country series, a 3-game series, the State of Origin.
So what's that? Couple weeks off.
And a couple of weeks to rest for the boys. Yeah, then we'll be at it again. And then, of course, our international program starts up in October.
Yeah, that's
October.
big. That's huge.
Another huge year for Cook Islands Rugby League. It never ends. The show goes on.
All right. All right, Mata. It's been a privilege.
Awesome. Thank
My
you,
man.
Woo! Yeah.
All right, that's us. We're out of here. Play league.
Oh, what?
Never looked like whistle. The crowd goes wild. The crowd goes wild. They needed that. It's a good run. Good run. It's being held down. They're all offside.
Play league or what?
Push the winger out of the way.